Welcome to the Spanish Now class. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about using public transportation vocabulary. The objective of this class will be understand the basic public transportation vocabulary in Spanish, but also learn how to ask for directions and buy tickets. Practice the real-life dialogues related to the public transportation. Okay, let's start. The common vocabulary. First of all, we're going to talk about the transportation modes. And maybe you will not find all over Latin America or the Spanish speaker countries this public transportation, but at least you will have the idea of how to talk about it and also the name of each one in Spanish. Okay, let's start with the bus. The bus is autobús, autobús, autobús. As you can see, we have the accent in the U or U in Spanish. So that means at the end of the phrase, we have to make the emphasize, the phonetical emphasis. Autobús, autobús. Okay? Remember, it's not bus, it's bus in Spanish. The U instead of U. Okay, next one. Train, tren. Train, tren. Metro, which means subway. Metro, metro, subway. Taxi, and that one is kind of similar. Taxi, 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 kind of neutral, you know? Taxi. Next one, tram, tranvía, tranvía. As you can see, again, we have the accent, so we have to make strong emphasis in that one. Tranvía, tranvía. Okay? And remember, when we use the B or B in Spanish, we don't make a kind of difference when we pronounce it, the difference, okay? It's kind of similar always. Tranvía, tranvía, tram, tranvía. Airplane, avión, airplane, avión. Okay? Let's continue. Common vocabulary, talking about locations. Station in Spanish is estación. Again, we have the accent. Estación, estación. Remember, when we talk about the S and C, also we will sound like S all the time and included the Z. C, S, C, and Z, it always sounds like S in Spanish, okay? Estación, station. The stop, parada. Stop, parada. Terminal, terminal. Terminal, terminal. It's kind of neutral again. Sounds similar but neutral. Okay. Ticket office, it will be taquilla or ventanilla. Taquilla or ventanilla. Okay, the ticket office. Remember, when we see the double L, it sounds like J in English, okay? Taquilla, taquilla. The Y and the double L, it's the same sound in Spanish. Taquilla, ventanilla, okay? Third, tickets. The ticket, you will find two versions or two words, which the first one will be the similar, ticket, but kind of neutral again, ticket. But also the most common that you will find to call it, it's boleto, boleto, okay? Bus ticket, boleto de autobús. Bus ticket, boleto de autobús. But also the fare, you will find that in Spanish people will call it pasaje, pasaje, okay? And that's very common actually. When you will be on the bus, sometimes you pay directly, or you have to, if you find a multitude on the bus, you will have to give to one person next to you until the money reach the bus driver, okay? And they will call it, oh, give me the pasaje, dame el pasaje, okay? Give me the fare, okay? When we say like, oh, I will take my bus one way, oh, tomaré mi autobús one way, de ida, one way, ida, ida, one way. But if I want to mention that it will be a round trip, okay, you will find the option to say it ida y ida y vuelta. Ida y vuelta. Oh, I will take my bus. Ida y vuelta. A round trip. Okay? Remember, you can pause the video if you want to repeat it after me. So you will little by little start to build your own pronunciation and your own vocabulary. Okay? Let's continue. Now, the key verbs about this topic. First of all, we will find the verb to buy. Comprar. To buy. Comprar. And the question about it, like when we can implement this type of verb. For example, where I can buy a ticket. Hey, where I can buy a ticket. A. Donde, where, donde, can, the verb can. Puedo, second verb, comprar, where I can buy, comprar, un boleto, a ticket, only one ticket, okay? Un boleto. ¿Dónde puedo comprar un boleto? Where I can buy a ticket. But for example, if I want to say like, oh, I want to buy not only one, I want to buy some tickets, more than one. Okay, boleto will switch it off, adding the s plus the s to talk as a plural in Spanish. Hey, ¿dónde puedo comprar? Remember, that's the magic. Unos. You add the O and S, but also the ticket. It will be like in English, tickets. Boletos. Boletos. Okay? Not only one boleto, it will be more. Boletos. Okay? Let's say it in plural. ¿Dónde puedo comprar unos boletos? Okay? Where I can buy a ticket or where I can buy some tickets. Unos boletos. Okay? Let's jump to the second verb. To get on board. To get on board. Okay? Subir. For example, oh, I board the bus at the next stop. Subo al autobús en la próxima parada. I board the bus at the second stop. Subo al autobús en la próxima. Próxima will be the next. En la próxima. Stop, parada. I board, subo al autobús, the bus, at the next stop. En la próxima parada. Okay? Remember, if you have some questions, feel free to comment below in the comments about like, hey, I couldn't understand, so I will be happy explain a little bit more. Okay, let's continue. The third verb, to get off. Okay, bajar, and that's the most important also, and I always try to make emphasis about it. Bajar, bajar. The J in Spanish it sounds smooth. Remember, always smooth. Bajar, bajar. Okay, to get off. And the example, donde, where, bajo para llegar al museo. Hey, where do I get off to reach the museum? Donde bajo, bajar, bajo, para llegar, to get, para llegar al museo, to reach, to reach the museum, para llegar al museo, museum, museo, okay? Bajar, to get off. Let's jump to the fourth. To arrive, llegar, llegar, to arrive. Remember, as the J in English, the double L have the similar sound in Spanish. Llegar, llegar, to arrive. ¿A qué hora llega el tren? Hey, at what time does the train arrive? ¿A qué hora llega el tren? ¿A qué hora llega el tren? At what time does the train arrive? Llegar, okay? And the last one, to take, tomar, tomar, to take. And also, you will find this word in Spanish, use it, for example, to drink. Oh, I drink water, to take. But in Spanish will be tomar for to take, but also to drink water. For example, I tomo agua. I drink water. Yo tomo agua. So as you can see, you can use the same word for different meanings. Depends the context, of course, but that will be a little bit simple when once you identify the word, you will say like, okay, I don't have to learn a lot of words. Thankfully, same word for different meanings, so that will be a good or bad, depends how you see it. I hope you see it as a good thing. Okay, so to take, tomar, tomar. Tomo el metro cada día. I take the subway every day. Tomo el metro cada día. Metro, tro, okay? Tomo el metro cada día. I take the subway every day. Okay? As you can see, we're using the kind of similar meanings or vocabulary words about the bus, train, the public transportation we saw. Okay? Tomo el tren cada día. I take the subway every day. Let's continue. Now, useful phrases. For example, asking for directions. And you will find mainly these two questions that will be kind of the key to be able to express in Spanish. Okay? Asking for directions. Hey, ¿dónde, where, dónde está la estación de autobuses? Hey, where's where is the bus station? ¿Dónde está la estación de autobuses? That's the first question. Okay. The second one, hey, which line should I take or should I take to go to? And then you mention the name of the line, okay? The color of the line. Hey, or the name or number. ¿Qué línea debo tomar para llegar a? Once again, which, qué, línea, line, debo, should, qué línea debo tomar, to take, I take, qué línea debo tomar para llegar a, and then the name. Which line should I take, sorry, which line should I take to get to? ¿Qué línea debo tomar para llegar a? Okay. Okay, the second one, buying tickets. You will find two again. For example, I want a one-way ticket. Hey, I want a one-way ticket. Hey, quiero un boleto de ida. Remember one way, ida, ida. And you will find this verb also like to go. Oh, I go, yo voy a. I go to, yo voy a. Okay. Once again, quiero un boleto de ida. I want a one-way ticket. Quiero un boleto de ida. Okay. And then, how much is a ticket? Hey, ¿cuánto cuesta un boleto? How much is a ticket? ¿Cuánto cuesta un boleto? A ticket, boleto. Okay, and the third situation or useful phrase about navigating. Navigating, okay. For example, esta línea va al centro. Does this line go to downtown? Does this line go to downtown? Esta línea va al centro. Esta línea va al centro. Downtown, centro. And the second question will be, how long does it take to arrive? ¿Cuánto, how long? Tiempo, ¿cuánto tiempo tarda en llegar? Again, the J. The J in Spanish, you will implement it to the double L sound, okay? ¿Cuánto tiempo tarda en llegar? ¿Cuánto tiempo tarda en llegar? Okay? So about the useful phrases that you will find, this one are the most common. Okay? Let's continue. Now a dialogue practice. And I will read, of course, in this occasion, the traveler and also the attendant. So you will find the phonetical way to pronunciate and little by little develop each one. So I will read first in English and Spanish, okay? Traveler. Excuse me. Disculpe. How much is a ticket to downtown? Excuse me. Disculpe. ¿Cuánto cuesta un boleto al centro? Excuse me. How much is a ticket to downtown? Disculpe. ¿Cuánto cuesta un boleto al centro? Remember, downtown is centro. And how much is cuánto cuesta. Cuánto cuesta, how much. And but what? Oh, a ticket. Un boleto. To where? Al centro. To the downtown. Okay? Al centro. And in the many or common case, the attendant will say like, oh, son, it's 20 pesos, 20 pesos, 20, 20, 20 pesos. But it will be one way or round trip. They will ask you, okay, son 20 pesos de ida o ida y vuelta, one way or round trip. Ida y vuelta, one way de ida, but if it will be round trip, ida y vuelta, okay? They will ask you, hey, but it will be one way or round trip. Oh, va a ser de ida o ida y vuelta, okay? And then if you could reply like, oh, ida, por favor, one way, please. But also, where do I board the bus? Ida, por favor. ¿Dónde tomo el autobús? Ida, por favor. ¿Dónde, where do I board, tomo the bus, el autobús? ¿Dónde tomo el autobús? Ida, por favor. ¿Dónde tomo el autobús? Okay. Then the only kind of logical answer about it, it will be, oh, en la plataforma 3. En la plataforma, on the platform, en la plataforma 3, or depends the number, okay, that it will be. En la plataforma 3, okay? Remember, you can interact with me, pause on the video, and be the traveler, okay? So you will repeat it little by little, and you will also understand when others reply in Spanish, basically about what you're asking, okay? But this is a kind of fundamental, and in the most cases, you will find these kind of answers, okay? It's very close to the answers that people will provide you after these questions, okay? Let's continue. Now, tips for public transportations, okay? First of all, learn the local fare system. It will be cash or card, okay? That's the most important. In most cases, in Latin America, you will find that they only accept cash, okay? So keep that in mind. Second, always check the schedule and stops in advance, always, because unfortunately, at least in Mexico, I'm talking in Mexico, about Mexico, the schedule and stuff is not like always on time, so you have to keep that in mind. And also, be prepared to ask locals for help. People are often friendly, and I want to be very clear about it. Even if you don't kind of structure the whole sentence to express, having a kind of bullet points of vocabulary, people, it will be easy to understand. And even if they don't speak English, they will find a way to help you, of course, and keep that in mind. So don't feel afraid to express in Spanish. At least from Mexico, talking, or as a Latino, people were very friendly, to be honest. So even if someone don't speak Spanish, English, sorry, with some vocabulary of you that you will provide in Spanish, they will kind of try to match the sentence or the things that you are trying to express. So they will be very happy to help you. Okay. So again, keep or talk in Spanish. It's very easy because we're very friendly, at least here in Latin America. Okay, and we value a lot the fact that you're trying to express yourself in our language. Okay, so okay, let's continue. And also in the fourth point, practice your pronunciation to ensure clear communication, and that's the key. I recommend you to use some headphones when I try to speak in Spanish. I try to speak slowly, so you will identify the phrases, and little by little you will pronunciate too, and try to match it with my pronunciation. Okay, so let's continue. And the last one, the practice questions. Okay, I want you in your comment sections, try to answer these ones if you want, to keep your practice. Okay, so common questions, practice questions. How do you ask for the price of a ticket? ¿Cómo preguntas por el precio de un boleto? Basically, using the same vocabulary we saw it about it. How do you ask for the price of a ticket? ¿Cómo preguntas por el precio de un boleto? Okay, let me know in the comments. And the second question will be, what do you say to ask for directions to the downtown? Okay, ¿qué dices para pedir direcciones al centro? What you have to say, basically using the same vocabulary we already saw. Okay, what do you say to ask for directions to downtown? ¿Qué dices para pedir direcciones al centro? Okay. Now let's make the overview of the vocabulary. Okay. Again, in Spanish and in English. Bus, autobús. Bus, autobús. Remember, in English you will say bus, like O, kind of way. Okay. But in Spanish, the U is literally the U, not you. U. Very simple and neutral. Autobús. Autobús. Okay. And remember, if you could find the accent, it's because you have to pronounce it stronger. Okay. For example, autobús. Autobús. Okay. The train. Tren. Train. Tren. Tren. Subway. Metro. Subway. Metro. Okay. And again, you have to pause the video if you want to practice there at home after I mention or I pronunciate each meaning, so you will be able to practice at home. Okay, let's continue. Ticket, boleto, ticket, boleto. But also, it's very simple as ticket. Also in Spanish, ticket, the ticket, el ticket. Okay. If the bus or the route will be one way, only one ticket, the ida, one way, the ida, a one way ticket, okay? Un boleto de ida, a one way ticket, okay? But if it will be round trip, it will be ida y vuelta, ida y vuelta, round trip, okay? The station, it's very similar, station. Estación, estación, station, estación, okay? And to get on board, to get on or board, boarding, subir, 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 okay? To get off, bajar, bajar, again, smooth, the J, bajar, bajar. To arrive, the last one, llegar, to arrive, llegar, to arrive, llegar, okay? So once again, if you have some questions, feel free to comment below in the comment sections about like, hey, I would like to know more about this situation, even if it's not correlated to the topic today. But always willing to help in the comment sections and try to answer as much as I can your questions. Okay. Thank you so much for today's class, and please feel free to comment below and subscribe.